Alright guys, so I'm going to do a video on some changes that I've been experiencing that I don't think is really, well, it's normal as far as the transition, but I don't think it's normal the way I've had to experience it. For one, I'm going to say this again for those who know me. I came down with a cocci fungus infection last October. This infection can be deadly, and they caught it in time. And I've been pretty much sick, I would say a good 10, 11 months. I'd say 10 months of, because it was in the end of October. So a good 10 months with that. And what happened was when, excuse me, when they put me on the medication, which is diflucan, I was on 800 milligrams a day. I lost all my body hair, and it seemed like my T levels had just kind of plateaued. They didn't increase. And about 2 weeks prior to me coming down with this cocci, I had been battling my T levels being below 200. And I kind of blamed my body not being in sync with itself and getting sick like this. It may not have been, but that was just my frustration and how it all happened, because, you know, I've lived in this valley for over 40 years and never got sick with the valley fever. But anyway, we have a major outbreak, larger scale than what we've had in the past. So here's what's going on, and this is just my theory about myself. If any of you have any medical knowledge or any thought process on it, you know, let me know. But well, let me go back. My doctor had just upped my T dosage to 100 milligrams a week. So I had just started that, I think, 2 weeks before I came down with this fungus infection. So throughout this last 10 months, 11 months, my T levels did go up from 117, I think was the lowest. And they averaged probably between 400 and 600. Or actually 400. Now, the cocci had started getting better at the 1st of September, and I could feel myself getting better. My peach fuzz started coming back on my body, my back, my shoulders, my arms. Tony said that she could see it on my face. I didn't lose really. I don't know if I lost any like facial hair. It just didn't grow in. My head hair did thin out quite a bit. I had bragged in the very beginning of my transition that I had a lot of hair and I wasn't worried about it. Shame on me. But even though you guys probably look at it now and say, oh, well, you still have a head of hair, it's pretty thin compared to what it was. But anyway, so I thought I would share with you guys what I'm experiencing now. So I'm on the 100 milligrams. I had my blood work done, all my RBCs, and everything's good. My T level's at 643. Now, no, I think it should be a lot higher because I need to be put in puberty. That's just a maintenance level. However, with my body and everything that's going on with it right now, I'm not even going to address that. But what I do see is I'm starting to swell up in my face again like I did in the beginning when I started the testosterone. I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like I actually have a sinus infection, and I don't. I have had a string of headaches this last month, but the swelling has just started the last week or so, and I don't have any pressure there. The doctor pushed around on it. There's no pressure there. So it's really weird. And I didn't think about this when I first woke up swollen. Tony didn't either. But as I got to looking at myself, I thought, you know, I I think I'm starting to go through that puberty stage again. Not that I never came out of it, but my body was on stalemate. And so now the hair is coming back on. I've got the swelling again. I don't know if my voice will drop anymore. Now, when I get excited, I forget to control it. I escalate. It kind of goes up an octave. But I just kind of got excited this morning thinking about, oh yeah, the puffiness is that puberty stage. So I'm excited again. I'm feeling pretty good. The last couple days I've been able to go out to the horses. I have got another horse. It was really weird because, again, last week I was getting ready to drive up to Aptos, California, which is up in Santa Cruz County, and pick up a 4-year-old mare that I was going to actually start. She has not been ridden ever, and they've got her broke to the halter and the lead rope, and she trailers, and you can touch her feet and clean them and clip them and that kind of stuff, but she's never had a saddle or anything like that on her. So I was going to start her, and that was going to be my project. Well, then my sister went through an ordeal with her friend who had just gotten her second horse. She'd been doing some cow sorting with my nieces and was really enjoying it. And she has her baby is a Arabian horse who is retired from the racetrack. And although he did pretty good on the cows, he wasn't very fond of the cows. So my niece talked her into getting this little horse for cowing. About the time she got the little horse and got him back from training, she came down ill. And honestly, well, not honestly, the doctor honestly thought that she had lymphoma. And they ran a bunch of tests, and she made out her will and everything. I mean, she just was devastated. She's my age. And the test came back negative. So it was very, very, it was just great. It was a miracle. And she doesn't have any family but her husband. And so, well, she has, I think, a couple nieces, but her brother's gone. And so, anyway, long story short, I guess she had willed that little horse to my sister because my sister just loves it. And she ended up giving to her anyway. So my sister called me and asked me, how excited was I to go get that mare and all this. And I said, oh, it's kind of exciting to start a horse. I'm kind of iffy. Do I want to put all that time in? Do I have the energy? But, and she had offered me Black, her horse, who was the mother of the colt that she had started. And I kind of just thought about it. And that next day I decided to go out and take Black out, just see what she's about, because I helped Tracy with some vices that Black had. She had been abused with her prior owners. They used to hog tie her and stuff. I don't even want to know anything about it. I just know that you couldn't touch her. She was afraid all the time, but we worked her out and worked her through that and let her know that we're there to love on her and care about her and take care of her. So anyway, I ended up getting on her, and I had never ridden her. I always just kind of was trying to push my sister, be positive for her. She had gotten bucked off of her first horse really bad, and she was kind of nervous about getting back up on a horse. So I just tried to be positive for her and not bombard my way in and on Miss Black. So anyway, that day, spontaneously I went out there, saddled her up, did some lunging, did some ground exercises that I knew she knew from Tracy working with her on the same kind of training method that I used on my horse. And she did really good. She forgot some stuff, but once she remembered, she picked it up and she wasn't disrespectful. And I got up on her, saddled her up and got on her to ride. Took her in the arena and just kind of did some little exercises with her. She does have a stopping problem, and it's not because she's rude or disrespectful. But when you put her faster than a walk, she doesn't want to go on a walk. So once she's in that trot, she loses concentration on you, and I think she sits there and grumbles and tries to push through that bit. And so when you go to stop her, she doesn't want to stop. So, I really enjoyed her, and it just it just felt right. So I called my sister and said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and take Black. And she was so excited. I said, if you need the money, go ahead and sell her. She goes, nope. She goes, you can have her. And so if I can, I don't know how, but maybe I'll put a picture in this video. We'll see. Or at the end of it, like I did Annie. So she'll be my new little project. She's 14 years old. One thing good about her is that I can work with her, tune her up on the ground, get her to riding and stopping pretty good, get her on the trail with Coco, and Tony and I can go for a ride, and I don't have to be out there every day. I can continue doing my little projects here at the house, finish painting it, on the back side of the house now, painting. Again, I have to watch my feet. So I'm either out at the horses doing a little bit for 3 to 4 hours, or I'm here painting on the ladder for a couple hours, and then I'm done for a day or two. So I got to make my choices, and that was the one thing about getting the 4-year-old, is like you got to be out there every day, and it was exciting, but I was hesitant. And so this door, that's how I look at fate. This door opened up for me, and it felt right, and I took it. So anyway. But back to transitioning. So now I think I'm kind of 10 months behind. Definitely I've changed, and I know that the testosterone had stayed in my body. And I know there was little changes here and there. But I actually was stalemate. I mean, I didn't have the energy to even do the push-ups off of the counter and top. And it's a mental game too when you're not feeling good. And with me, I don't like chronic illnesses, and I have a hard time dealing with chronic pain. That's why a lot of times I'll push myself, and then I kick myself in the butt when I'm just hurting so bad. And I'm not a pain pill taker, because I usually have issues with pain pills. They either wire me up or make me itch, and so I stay away from them. So anyway, I thought I'd share the new symptom or new changes all over again. Maybe you guys can see this as I go on from here doing my videos. Maybe we'll see more changes. Maybe my facial hair will develop better and things will happen a little bit faster now. And again, I don't think I'm going to get that mustache. I asked my mom again, you did say that Dad couldn't grow a mustache, and she goes, yeah, he could grow hair, but it was not thick and it was blonde, so he just never did let it grow out. So I've got a few straggly dark hairs on my lip, but that's it. And my nephew, who looks a lot like me, he's the same way. He can grow all the neck hair and chin hair you want, but he cannot grow a mustache. But he's only 21, so we'll see how he 21 or 22 now, 21 I think. We'll see how he does. I'm watching him to see what's going to happen with me. But anyway, so I'm keep focusing on trying to build my endurance, try to implement a little exercise program again, finishing some projects here, painting the house, finish that, and I'm going to start on my little train project that I talked about a while back. And the next big project we're starting on the house is our kitchen. We're both done with it. We've ignored it long enough. We're going to gut it and redo it. So anyway, hope everyone's doing good, making good choices for yourself, taking it one day at a time, and always make your journey as simple as possible. Talk to you later.